What's good, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Comicmanandy coming at you live and coming at you uncut. These are my picks for the week, and I scored a replacement of my Something's Killing the Children book. So stay tuned. What's good, everybody? I'm fired up on coffee, so let's hang out. Let's talk comic books. But first, hit that subscribe button, smash one of those reaction buttons, kick that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping some content. Let's talk comic books. Let's have some fun. Like I said, I'm fired up on coffee this morning. I'm locked and loaded. And if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail, my pick of the week, Star Wars Darth Vader. Or was it? That's what I was planning on. But let me start off with my first book of the week here in just a second after we hit up this great chat with people dropping in. We had Legion of Comics hanging out and tailgating. What's up, Comic Legion? Be sure to hit up his 400 subscriber giveaway on his channel. Going on tonight, it looks like. Last chance to enter is this morning. So if you haven't done it, go do it right now. Perry Comics, man, thanks for popping in. Good to see you, man. Hope life's treating you well and hoping you're having fun today. CFAB, good to see you. Welcome back. The great Herminio Reyes Jr., welcome back, man. Good to see you. Happy new comic book day, everyone. William Smallwood, hello, all. Yes, good to see you all. Let me dive into this first book. It's a short stack this week. We're going to keep this episode short and sweet. Like I said, I'm all fired up. We're going to fire through these books really quick. And starting off with DC, yes, I did grab a DC book, guys. Zuni, welcome. Good to see you, man. I did grab a DC book. Surprise, surprise. Grabbed a DC book. Rorschach, number 5, I think it is. Rorschach, yes. Okay. I think I'm done. I think I've had my fill with Rorschach. Interesting concept, but we're 5 issues in, and they're still doing an investigation that's so in-depth, and I've completely lost track of what the original issues... What was the point? Tom King's lost me on the point. I think I might be done on this book. I haven't read this one yet, hence the reason why it's still open. It's just... I thumbed through it a little bit, and I was like, not having fun with this one. So if this book doesn't bring me back around and make me have fun with this again, I'm dropping this. Sorry, Tom King. You kind of lost me on this. Hydra Comics, good to see you, man. Second Street Marvel, thanks for being here. There's Hydra. C3 Comics, what's up, man? Good to see you as well. So yeah, I think I might drop Rorschach. I mean, interesting concept. I like the idea at first. It's just dragging. 5 issues, investigation, dragging, still. We'll see what happens with this one. I'll read that later tonight. I want some time to sit down and actually try to read and absorb it. And maybe there's something I'm missing. I'm flying under the radar and not catching it. But my pick of the week, that's it for DC. So moving on to Marvel, my pick of the week was Darth Vader. Number 10, right? Yes, number 10. So I finally got caught up on Darth Vader. This, I sat down and could not stop reading. This is quite a page turner of a book. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to like it as I knock it over. So it's not one of those books that is like mind-blowingly 10 out of 10 amazing, but it is a solid 8 out of 10. Like I said, when I picked up the first issue, I couldn't stop reading, and I didn't put it down until last night when I realized, okay, that's it. Now I got to wait for number 10 to come out. 10's pretty good. Vader goes up against some really big baddies. Has a good time, gets to where he's going. I don't want to spoil it. That's the tough part about doing new comic book day videos or anything, is I don't want to spoil stories for you. Darth Vader number 10. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to like it. I missed out because I grabbed the Dr. Aphra series and told myself I don't want to pull every Star Wars book that's coming out right now. Let me just pick Dr. Aphra and read this. And the Dr. Aphra read that started in 2020 was not good. Just not good. Many people out there in the community that stumble on this or want to have that conversation with me will more than likely agree that the Darth Vader, or not Darth Vader, but the Dr. Aphra run from 2020 starting out ongoing just wasn't great. Boy, did I miss out, because Darth Vader was fantastic page turner. I mean, I really enjoyed that quite a bit. Moving right along, I did grab the 3rd printing. You guys call me a liar. Said I wasn't going to grab extra printings. Star Wars High Republic number 1 3rd printing. I like the cover. Anything Star Wars, there's a couple that I'm missing, but when it comes to anything coming out with Star Wars, I'm at least thinking about grabbing it. The extra printings, why not? I'm not done yet, CFAP. Give me just a minute. Star Wars High Republic 3rd printing. Definitely grab that. I want to make sure that I get a second printing for my collection, because the second printing was the one that I believe is under-ordered, under-printed. Not anywhere near as many. English, struggle, Wednesday, feel like Monday. There's going to be a lot more of the third prints, so I don't see that. And I see that kind of being like a scratch-off lottery ticket. The cover's not bad. It's pretty decent. Third printing isn't going to be underprinted as much as you'd think, though. The second printing was probably the one that's going to be the lower number. Next up on Marvel. And when I said Darth Vader was my pick of the week, boy, did I pick that way too early, because honestly, probably the best book in my pile reading-wise this week was, bam, Daredevil. Pun intended, this issue was shocking. If you've read this yet, you'll get it. This was a damn good read. Typhoid Mary looks scary as hell in this. Everything that goes down with Daredevil is quite shocking. This was a shocking read. If you're reading Daredevil, you're going to love this. You're going to love it. I loved it. Very, very good. So CFAP, there you are, man. I just had to make my way to it. Kate Titus, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Everybody check out Kate Titus's channel. He dropped a number of videos the other night. He's got plenty of stuff we can catch up on. Funky Sloth Comics. Appreciate you being here, man. Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Zuni there. Yeah, smash that like button. I appreciate it. Geek Aficionado, welcome, man. Hopefully your day is going well. And here we go. My new Oculus Quest 2 multiplayer. Ooh. Nice. DNP, good to see you, man. Looking forward to getting you guys getting in the studio and getting that content going. So I'm going to keep rolling here. That's it for Marvel books. Next up out of Mad Cave was Honor and Curse number 8. Now, when I picked up the series at the beginning, this was issues 1 through 6 came out in 2019. It's been a long while. Mad Cave took a long break with Honor and Curse. So when 7 hit my pull list, I was excited. I was like, okay, cool. Let me dive back into this and see where we're going. I was lost. There was such a massive gap in between issue 6 and issue 7. I've got to go back and reread the first 6 issues, then reread 7, and then catch up on 8. I thumbed through it. The art looks good. The art and the colors look pretty good. I'm really digging the colors. But, I mean, we're talking a 1.5 year gap from issue 6 to issue 7, I think, roughly. So I'm like, I've got to go back and reread all of that, because when I'm thumbing through this, it just doesn't make any sense right now. That's just the way it is. But continuing right along, like I said, most of my stuff is always going to be indies every week. I did get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover A and the cover B. I don't have the cover B on my pull list every month. And I should. I honestly should have the cover Bs on my polls every time. But it just kind of boils down to, if I see it sitting on the shelf and there's a cover A in my pull box, and then I see a cover B there, I'll grab a cover B. But not always. I don't know. It's like I don't want to overwhelm myself again like I was doing last year with way too many covers, way too many copies. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 114, I think it was, that's hitting the reading pile. Hopefully in this new year, Carson and I, Seawater 19 and I are going to get back together and get caught back up. They're about halfway through that IDW run, getting caught up. And I can get to this point and then start reading these books as they come out. That would be amazing. Just dropping content like an... Is that you or is that me, man? Because I'm just sitting here firing things off, loaded with coffee this morning. Thanks again for everybody for being here. Once again, I'm trying something new too. I'm actually streaming to Twitch. So if anybody's watching me live on Twitch, hit me up. Let me know. You guys can find me at Comicmanandy on all the social media stuff and pop over here onto YouTube. But I got 2 more books here. One of them is a replacement that was damaged. Hey, Superior Hero Reviews, good to see you, man. And issue 4 of 6, Origins. I know John's Comics with Kids has been reading this and he's been enjoying it quite a bit. I am as well. This book is, the artwork isn't really like exactly where I want it to be, but it's helped build that world. And I'm really excited to see where the next 2 issues go. Without getting too spoilery, our 2 main characters arrive in a town. That town ends up getting destroyed. They escape their way out with a lot of help. They eventually travel to where they're going to get to, or where they want to go, the Vault of Life. And the next 2 issues are going to be hopefully really, really, really good to wrap this up and finish this out on a really high note. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Second Street Marvel Origins has been good. I agree. The story is well written with Origins. I just think they're trying. I think this is a tough story to try to fit into 6 issues. So I'm kind of sad that it's just going to be 6 issues. I mean, if they ran for 12, I think they would have been able to develop the story a lot more than they wanted to. Because I feel like as they're writing, I feel like they're kind of restraining themselves from getting deeper into some stuff. I feel like almost like I'm watching a movie with a new director or editor, whoever the editor, like a new editor that's never edited before. And sometimes you kind of make a clip, you kind of fit it back together, and it doesn't, there's this jump that you kind of notice. There's this little twitch, like, wait a second, what's missing? And your mind just catches it. I feel like that's kind of happening in some of the writing with Origins, which makes me feel like they had a much bigger story planned or fleshed out or what they wanted to, but they have to rein themselves in to fit it into 6 issues. So I kind of wish this would have gone a little bit longer. Yeah, it's like WandaVision, jump cuts. Either way, if you like sci-fi and you're big into indie books, you're probably going to enjoy this kind of futuristic, dystopian. It's pretty good. It's worth it. I like it. Like I said, 2 more issues, then that one's done. Cannot wait to see how that ends. So my last book this week, I'm really excited to get in. So last week or 2 weeks ago, Something's Killing the Children number 14 came out. My 1 in 25 arrived damaged. They were able to get a replacement from Diamond and in perfect condition. Andolfo, I think this is. I struggle with names. The Andolfo variant was 1 in 25. Got it for basically ratio price. I'm happy to buy ratios at ratio. This one, I don't know if it just flew under the radar and people didn't pick up on it, but as a 1 in 25 for ratio price, this might not have a lot of copies out there. It didn't have a lot of fire behind it, so it wasn't double ratio or triple ratio on eBay, I don't think. Either way, super cool cover. Glad to get this and get it replaced. The other one showed up damaged. They didn't even put it in my box. They're like, it's so damaged that we just had to send it back and return it. So I appreciate my LCS working to get that replacement in. Something's Killing the Children. One of the hottest indie titles around right now. And I'm always happy to add variants that aren't going to break the bank to my collection for something that I'm really interested in. So that pretty much wraps up. That's all I grabbed for this week. Those are my picks of the week. Darth Vader number 10. Fantastic read. Am I overselling it when I say fantastic? I don't know. I really enjoyed Darth Vader, the whole series. 10 was really fun. It's a page turner of a comic book. I can't put it down. If it were in trade format or if it were in hardcover or omnibus format, I'd sit and read the entire thing without stopping it or until I fell asleep. So it's a really good read in my opinion. But honestly, my real pick of the week, my fantastic favorite pick of this week was that Daredevil read. What was it, 24, 25? I got to dig through it. Daredevil was shocking, pun intended. Read it. If you've been reading Daredevil, you're really going to enjoy this read. Let me hit these back up really quick. Go on the rewind here. The Turtles books, cover A, number 114. That was in the pull list. Cover B, where did I lose it? Cover B was pretty sweet. Definitely grab that. I think that was the last one on the shelf that I was able to find. Origins, 4 of 6. Very fun. Really digging it. Cannot wait to see where the last 2 issues of this goes. Like I said, I feel like they wanted to do something bigger with this, but they had to rein themselves in to finish it in the 6 issues. Honor and Curse, number 8. I got to go back and reread 1 through 6 and then read 7 and 8 just to. I'm probably going to end up dropping this. I just don't have any idea what's going on. The Something's Killing the Children, 1 in 25 on Dolfo. Glad my LCS was able to work to get that one replaced, and this one came in perfect condition. Star Wars High Republic 1/3 printing. I remember telling you guys a long time ago that I was going to stop buying extra printings, Star Wars stuff. Just kind of, it's one of those things that, how do you not buy Star Wars right now if you're a Star Wars fan? I mean, come on. Daredevil 27. I'm sorry, Daredevil 27. Best read of the week, in my opinion. Followed closely by Darth Vader number 10. Darth Vader number 10 was great. Page turner of a read. Is it Pack? Very well written, very well done. I love the flashbacks. I love the scenes, the memorable scenes. I love what he did with this. I really do. It just makes me wish I would have read a lot more Darth Vader over the years to see if I can see how this stacks up or compares it. Radiant Black. Let me get into that in just a second here. CFAP. Rorschach. Number 5. Probably going to drop this. I'm confused. Kind of lost. Tom King's losing me. Okay. So there were other books out this week that I didn't grab. Radiant Black. Thanks, CFAP, for bringing that up. I didn't grab Radiant Black. I was looking at it. I thumbed through it. I'm like, maybe it's worth a shot. And then I overheard a bunch of the guys in the shop talking about they were comparing Radiant Black to basically being like a Power Rangers type book. Not my thing. I kept going. I feel like if I want that superhero kind of a storyline in an indie book, I want to go back and read Invincible because that was so incredibly well done. And I feel like Radiant Black is kind of just an idea to the hype that is Invincible with the show coming out with everything going on. I feel like Image is putting this on the shelf to capitalize off of the hype of Invincible. So I don't know where Radiant Black is going to go. I just don't think I'm interested in another superhero style book from an indie publisher. If I want to read that, I'm going to go and read Invincible. Finish reading Invincible even. I'm about halfway through that. Read it with Modern Men. That was really good. Yeah, Herminio Power Rangers books have been good. I've been told that by a lot of people. Power Rangers just aren't something that I'm really into. So if I find Power Ranger stuff, usually I'm sending it off to friends and family. It's not something I buy on the regular at all. Radiant Black is good. Needs to cross over with Stealth, but not that Donny Cates junk. Interesting comment. Either way, I left that one on the shelf. Another one that I left on the shelf that I could have grabbed from last week was that second, whatever printing we're on of that Spider-Man 55. The red one, the red webbing. There are still copies sitting on the shelf. I thought about grabbing one, and I'm like, nope, I'll just walk away. The original, I told myself, was what I should grab, and I didn't grab that one. That original had sketch opportunity written all over it, so to speak. Pun intended. Pun not intended, actually, but either way. So, yeah, Geek says it's the second print. They're still sitting on the shelves. I thought about grabbing one, and I didn't. Either way. No DC Valentine issue. No, like I said, man, I'm cutting a lot of DC out, and this is probably one of the last things that I'm holding on to. So Legion wasn't impressed with Radiant at all. Took a weird turn halfway through. Okay. I feel like indie books or Image in particular, if you want to call Image still an indie publisher, I mean, in all circumstances, it means still an indie publisher, right? But I feel like they're just scattering stuff to the wind to see what sticks. And I feel like more and more of the books coming out just aren't as good as they used to be. Let me rephrase that. It's the creative teams. I'm following creative teams now, and I'm not following Image as hard as I used to. And I just feel less and less interested in all of the books that they keep putting out. These number ones that hit, there are people that base their collection on picking up all of the books coming out from Image into the number ones. It's just not something I'm really into anymore. If the hype is there, it's going to get me to wonder. It's going to get me to kind of check it out and flip through it and thumb through it. But more often than not, I'm buying less and less of those books. And I'm getting more and more into the indie stuff. And I'm dipping more into Marvel lately. Either way, I digress. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother show. Who do we still have here hanging out? Hydra Comics, great to see you. CFAP, who read Radiant Black? Anybody else did? Herminio's heading into his LCS to pick one up. Like I said, Second Marvel Street said Radiant Black was good. Needs to cross over with Stealth. Downright Nerdy Podcast. Same here. I'll look twice at Power Rangers book for their awesome covers, but in the end, they just don't really Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well. And Image is included in saying the big three. So I feel like a lot of people want to debate that, maybe. I don't disagree with Mourinho, but in the same fashion, I don't know. There's lots of underlying details there that can be discussed. But yeah, more and more people are leaning towards saying that that's the big three. DC Future State has been great. Before it came out, never thought I'd say that. I'm steering away from Future State. Just too much going on. Blue Green Artifacts. Hey, Tony, good to see you, man. I just finished the wrap up, just ending the show now. I've got a tight schedule today, so I've got to get going. I've got to get running here in just a little bit. But I want to thank everybody for being here, for hanging out, talking comic books on New Comic Book Day. It's Wednesday. Have fun. Enjoy it. There's some great reads out this week. There really are. But yeah, don't forget, Mail Call Mondays here every time. Having some fun there. The Wednesday show here every Wednesday. And I'm hopefully going to get some recording and editing done and drop some other cool content, some other fun videos, some great ideas out there. And don't forget to sub everybody up. Don't forget to check everybody out. There's Legion of Comics has a giveaway, 400 subscriber giveaway going on. Make sure you guys check that out today. I think it ends tonight or ends this afternoon, but either way, thanks everybody. You guys know how I like to close it out. Go peace out. Go pinkies out. Catch you on the flip side for the next video. Remember, the most important part, all day, every week.
Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.